Hey friends, it's Joe from DadBod. Today it's around 5:20 in the morning in Tokyo. Hey friends, it's Joe from DadBod. Today it's around 5:20 in the morning in Tokyo, and it's like 62 degrees. We have a 2-mile recovery, run, jog, walk thing, and I might take you by a river, and we get to catch a sunrise, because right now it's pitch black. So let me pop you in my pocket, and we'll get to work. 1 second. Pocket. Phone goes in pocket. I'm popping you in my head. Here we go. Whew. It is quiet this morning, which is exciting. I got a lot on my brain. A lot of good things, a lot of bad things, a lot of stress things. Get you all centered and happy. I mean, one of the first things I noticed was yesterday's workout kicked my butt. Let me open YouTube so I can see if there's any chat with you beautiful people. That's not what I wanted to do. Go to my channel. Alright, looks like we're live. Maybe talk to people. Turn off my volume. Alright. Let's trottle. So, one of the things I expect to be tremendously sore today, my hamstrings. During yesterday's workout, my son woke up early. He had like an accident, peed the bed. He's 7. This stuff happens. It's a lot less frequent at his age, but you know, just try to make him feel about it. 1 second. How gozaimasu. So he like has this accident. I'm in the middle of live streaming my workout. Okay, no worries, buddy. Had him go to the bathroom, stripped all his blankets, used our like cleaning products on the mattress. Pre-workout burps. And tucked him back into bed. I was like, alright, get some extra rest, bed. But because it was like, I don't know, 5:20 in the morning. It's too early for him normally. But what was cool, like 10 minutes later, he came back out. I was like, Dad, can I build with Legos? Of course, buddy. So he just found a little perch. He was building with Legos. I was hitting my workout, struggling, suffering. And I let him pick my reps, which was a lot of fun. I'm a little bit winded already. My body doesn't want to move. I wonder why. I'm sore. I gotta kind of burn it back in. Stairs will get me. That'll warm me up. Woo! Oh no, the glutes. No. Yeah. And the hammies. Hamstrings. Found them. So anyway. Oh no. So normally, when I work out, I'd normally pick 6 exercises. And I'll do 3 sets of 8 to 12, depending on what it is. It's just kind of my natural rhythm. Alright. Yo, what's up, Ray? Welcome, friend. Let's have a good run. So, normally I do 6 exercises, 3 reps, kind of 8 to 12 or so when I do my strength. And I invited my son to help me pick the number with good constraints or boundaries, which was smart. So for my push-ups, for instance, the prior week I had done 25 push-ups in each of the 3 sets. So I was like, hey guy, pick a number between 20 and 30, you know. You know, pick a number between 20 and 30, and he picked 25. I was like, great, right down the middle, I can do that. And that's when I made a terrible mistake of entrusting my workout to the boy. You know, there's a couple other times I did it. Like once I got lucky, I was like, all right, I got kneeling shoulder presses. Pick a number. I didn't even give him a boundary. He was like 6. I was like, all right. 6 is a fun number for lifts. Because it means you can slow down the speed, heavy up the weight a little bit, and get a nice ego pump. That one was fun. But here's where I got burned. I was like, I didn't even ask him, okay? He just started to realize, like, oh, I have a stake in what my dad's doing today for the workout. So there's a level of engagement. Whew. So sore. My hamstrings are dead. And this is why, Ray. I put a red and a black band around my thighs, which is a heavy and extra heavy. So that's already tough. Had a 40-pounder on my hips because I was feeling confident. And rather than doing glute raises, where you kind of like lift your butt off the ground with your knees at almost 90, I was doing hamstring raises where you walk your feet. I gotta slow down my pace. I'm struggling to find a stride because I'm so sore. Which is why today's a recovery. We need this, just good, easy, active recovery. But put the weight around my bands, the bands around my legs, shove the weight on my hips, and in my head I'm thinking, all right, I got 8. And I was doing the hard reps where you push the weight up, you hold it for 3 to 4 seconds, drop it, push it up. So I'm approaching 8, and I guess my son must have been paying attention. And I'm feeling pretty strong. I'm like, you know what? All right, fine. I'm gonna push. Squeak out 10. I squeak out 9. Squeak out 10 reps. And I was like, you know what? I got just a little bit more than 10. I know I'm gonna regret this by sets 2 and 3, but I think I can get 12. So I squeeze up, get my 11th rep on these hamstring lifts, and my son's like, hey Dad, do 16. And immediately 16 was like a soul-shattering number in my head, right? Because you don't say these things out loud when you're your son's hero. I was like, what the hell do you mean 16? We just did 11. This is the last one. What do you mean 16? 16 is, that's insanity. Do you see how big this weight is? Look, I got 2 bands on. I gotta run tomorrow. What do you mean 16? But naturally, being the superhero dad that I am, I sucked it up. And I leaned in. I didn't rush it. Did reps 12, rep 13, rep 14, rep 15, 16. I almost died. But it was really cool because it was just a beautiful indication, right? That what we think we can do or where we think we should stop, typically, not always, is probably a little bit less than what we could do, right? We can naturally limit ourselves a little bit because, well, 16 reps sucks. Why would you willfully chase that? What are you gonna get out of that? You know? And it kind of took just the optimism of a child for me to give it a go. Ask your son to do it with you. Oh, how gozaimasu. That's a good point. You'd probably be thinking a little differently. Yo, it's Enbu. How's it going in the dark? It's nice. It's about 62 degrees. I don't know what that is in Celsius, my friend. What's pretty? Oh, that was rude. I could have let that car go. I should have let that car go. That was so mean. It was the only one. We were just talking about my son making me pay. Today's a recovery run. So I got 2 miles. Cardio's a little fast for this. So actually I'm gonna walk a tiny bit. I'm trying to get out of my body, get it moving functionally yesterday. It was a pretty heavy lift. We snuck in 3 full sets. And the last 2 were kind of supersetted, so I stacked them. So normally I go like exercise 1, exercise 2, exercise 3, run 6 exercises, repeat. Yesterday I did exercise 1, exercise 2, exercise 3, and then I was light on time. And I was like, you know, I'll squeeze it out. So I was like, exercise 1, exercise 1, exercise 2, exercise 2. It was brutal. So I'm sore. Hey, we got friends going on here. This is nice. Hey Ray, hey Empu. Yeah, I'm gonna walk for a little bit. Today's all about resetting my form, good functional movement, light distance. I'm gonna do a couple deadlifts right now. It's also cool, breezy, beautiful out. So I'm gonna try to enjoy this morning's run a little bit, since it's not nearly as challenging as the 6 miles we did on Monday. And I finally got out on time, so I don't need to worry about kids waking up or nothing. Found footage go. What's footage go? But yeah, my hamstrings are absolutely destroyed today because I let my son pick my reps and he pushed me even though he didn't know it. Because once I got to that last superset with the set 2 and set 3, still had to hit those 16 reps for the boy. How gozaimasu. Yeah, so I still got into it. I did reduce how long I paused. So normally I do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. I did 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3. Okay, pulls a little faster, so cool and breezy. But the grind ain't easy. Dude, I gotta put that on a t-shirt. That's nice. I got a couple t-shirts for DadBod. That's a nice one. One of them I wanted to make like all the demotivating thoughts that I think before any run or lift. That bed looks so warm and cozy. Don't really want to do this. I gotta feed my kids breakfast. I'm still tired. Like all the toxic thoughts that keep you from actually getting up and getting going. And then at the very bottom of the list, it's like ellipses. I love ellipses when I write. I use too many of them. It was like ... Did it. All my clothes are just memes. Feel free. Yeah, feel free to take that one. I might. My favorite DadBod shirt in the merch store, it's my running shirt, so it's like dry fit. It's a little expensive. I don't make that much off of it because it's all drop shipping, but it's got a heavier guy running long distance towards a mountain in Japan. It says running is fun when it's done. It's my favorite meme. He's also getting chased by Japanese murder hornets. Sorry, my pre-workout. It's working me. So I think we're getting close to the turnaround. We're just doing 2 miles today, so it's easy. I'll check at the puddle. What? City skyline looks nice today. Not too bad. We're starting to catch sunrise. My runs are gonna get darker and darker. Maybe I should run with a flashlight. Oh no. Alright, we're gonna do this one by feel. I never set my run calculator, so I loosely know where a mile is. We're probably past it, but I'll just go up to that bush and back. Who says marathons can't have heavyweight champions? I love it. Oh, I love it. I actually recorded a post about that. I think it'll upload in a week and a half of just how to run if you're a heavyweight. All right, we're gonna turn it around, try to get out to the river. Whew. I'm so sore. My hamstrings hate me so bad. I just lifted too much, which means I did the right amount, right? If you get dead legs on a run, it doesn't mean you should lift lighter next time. It just means you get to train a little bit harder on your run. It means the run doesn't come easy, but the results will be greater. Whew. Nice puddle. Yeah, I like the heavyweight champion idea. Another good t-shirt design. Just show a heavy dude crawling across the finish line. Better yet, like crossed the finish line, collapsing into a puddle. Who says that marathons can't have heavyweight champion? KO. My body is starting to accept the reality that we're running. It always comes at a different point on a given run, depending on the soreness I take with me. It's not fully accepting it yet. I'm trying to brace my core, get a healthy, slight lean. But definitely sore. Pull your hamstrings. Huh? Your hamstrings. Wait, did you do a play on words? Pull your hamstrings, not your heartstrings. Nice. You got lots of t-shirt ideas. You want to run my merch shop? Since 1952. Since 1896, just rolled my ankle. Ow. Definitely rolled my ankle. That was cool. Hit a rock just right. Whew. But when you train, you can roll an ankle, your tendon's like, ow, and you just jog it off. You can train resilience, believe it or not. And, now it doesn't mean that I can't break an ankle, okay? Any human can hurt themselves. But I could literally like do that and not be screwed. Whereas other people could be on the ground. Could be a very bad day. I shoot these off the cuff. You give me ideas. Nice, you're an ideas guy. Whew, I respect it. Alright, so we're gonna run out to the river, do a little bit of prayer or reflection, give you all some much needed quiet in your busy lives for like only 3 to 5 minutes. But it's actually my favorite part of my recovery runs, because on Mondays we train long distance, okay? Mondays are tough. We're going really far. Luckily I got good people to chat with, and I appreciate all of you. Whew, you're all wonderful. Oh man, I'm excited for this to get iced over in the winter. It'll be so nice. And on Fridays we train intervals. There ain't no room for breaks. Intervals suck. They're just a very bad workout the whole time. So what's cool about recovery for me, go out, we just ran like 1.25 miles. Still challenging because I'm bringing in basically the soreness from the Monday long run and whatever the heck we lifted. But we get to take this little pause. And what I used to do when I started running in Japan, and I had all kinds of knee, back injuries, a lot of discomfort, the farthest I could go was a mile. When I started this journey about a year and a half ago, really. So I would just go half a mile, find a quiet place like what we're at right now, and then for me, coming from like a faith context, I would just find a seat, sit and pray, kind of process all the challenging things that are going on in my life and seek direction. Again, from my unique faith context, everyone has different ones or lack thereof. And then I would slog my way back home and, you know, hope that maybe someday I'd be able to run long distances again, like I'm doing today with you. Don't be on guard by any time around. Don't be on guard by any time around at a workout. Oh, that's true. Oh no, the water's too high for my rock. I could get to the first one. The second one's a little sketch. Oh, this looks scary. I need to bring like a big log out here because I want to get out to the peninsula. Do I do wet shoes for you? I mean, if I want to be really crazy, I could take my shoes off. Yeah, let's walk over there. Heck, we got time. It's only 5:45. I've never done this before. It's gonna be cold. But there's no other path to get out to the cool part. I'm gonna step on rocks and crap. I have a towel. This feels ill thought out, friends. But I really want to get to the nice spot. And I really like having shoes that are not wet. So consider yourself lucky we could have been home, okay? I'm already like, what the heck are you doing, Joe? All right, let's go step on some slimy rocks. Ooh, it's cold. Adventure runs. Oh, it's wet and slimy. Oh. I know I'm gonna step on something sharp over here. Oh. Hey, it was worth it. It's pretty. Look, you get the water and the sunrise. I'm over here like wishing I had a towel. I could take off my pants and dry my feet. No one would really see. I'm in the middle of nowhere as long as I don't put the camera on. Yeah, that's just rock pebbles. Let's see if we can get to the place on natural ground, right? All right, that was kind of wild. Here we go. Let's try to get you to the lookout. We'll create a little space for quiet, deep processing. I'll try not to whine too much about stepping on rocks. Luckily, for now, they're kind of soft, kind of pleasant. It is pretty, right? I mean, you got like the moon, a couple lone stars, sunrise, city, cannon. I think the Amazon building's back over that way. I'm actually super happy. Ow! All right, we've learned though. What did we learn, friends? Bring a towel. If I bring a very small towel, I can dry my feet and put my socks and my shoes right back on. Right now, this is like one of those, you ever see those gimmicky shoes? Maybe not. I want to be careful not to seed any kind of racism or aggression. But if you go to like Chinatown in San Francisco, yeah, this is why I'm being careful with my language. Like, there's a lot of tourist traps, a lot of knickknacks and stuff that are overpriced and not really Chinese. It's just to capture the wealth of anyone coming through. And they have these wooden shoes, ow, that have like a whole bunch of pressure point blocks on them to, I don't know, heal you. Definitely bought a pair of those as a kid. Definitely didn't heal me. Really, it just hurt my feet. They're like, yeah, walk around these shoes and your liver health will increase. I'm like, is that really Chinese? As I've grown older, I'm waiting to step on a thorn bush or something here. Ow, I just want to get to the pretty spot. Things I do for my community. The city's beautiful. It's early in the morning, so remind me of a song by London Electricity. Oh, I gotta look into London Electricity. I've heard of that band, but I don't think I've heard any of their music. Ah! Now, I'm very lucky, at least as of now, that all these dead bushes I'm walking through are like soft. They actually feel better than the rocks. It only takes one thorn to make this a very sad experience. Oh, almost there. Look, we did it. In my head, I'm still processing, well, how do I get back across those rocks? Then I gotta cross the water. How am I gonna dry my feet to put my socks on? Because now my feet are actually pretty dry. And also probably a little muddy. It's like, how long do I have to do that before I could run? Ow! But cool. All right, well, friends, we've made it. Beautiful. Well worth the trek. Definitely still worth it. Wish I could have did it with dry feet, but I'm on holy ground. So I guess to speak from my faith context for like a really small minute, because you're out here and your friends, like in the Old Testament, which is like the book that the Jewish people follow, Christians adopted portions of it. There's like this scene where like Moses gets called to climb up a mountain and talk with God, and God's like, yo, this ground's holy. This is like a burning bush, which I've never really understood. There's all the bushes right there. It'd be scary if it was on fire, because the bush wasn't like taken over or anything. And he's like, it's holy ground, so take off your shoes. So like Moses takes off his shoes and like chats with God. It's pretty cool. And like, this is my spot. I live in an urban environment. I work across time zones. I got 3 going on 4 kids. I make content and I'm in grad school. So my mind is just super cluttered and crazy and overwhelmed. And this is one of the only spaces with like legitimate silence and rest for me, even if I had to take off my shoes and walk across a whole bunch of rocks to get out here. Now that I'm here, it's great. So what we're gonna do, because I try to make this channel inclusive for people of all backgrounds, faith contexts, things like that, like I'm gonna take 5 minutes to just be still. I'll probably sit down or stand and just enjoy the view, pray through some things in my head that I'm processing. But I'll give you the same space, right? We're so busy swiping from thing to thing, full of distractions, worries, and anxiety. So just give you 5 minutes to kind of recenter from whatever gives you a sense of purpose. Let's see, that's so pretty. Yeah, thanks, Sophia. Nice to have you here, friend. Life is like a flash in eternity. So grab my hand and come fly with me. Some lyrics from the song, if I remember correctly. That's beautiful. A flash in eternity. It is, it's very momentary, right? We lose track of that because we, especially like if we're in our youth, like when I was 18 or early 20s, you have this like, I'm gonna live forever and I'm just trying to figure out who I'm gonna be and where I'm gonna go and how life's gonna work out and who I'm gonna marry and what I'm gonna do for a living. And you start to get in your 30s and you're like, crap, it's moving a little fast. Hope this all works out okay. Hope I could get things put together before I run out of time. But yeah, awesome spot. All right, so it's 5:52 in the morning. I'll go till 5:57. So I'll just look around. If anyone new comes by chat, Empu or Ray, if you could just let them know what we're doing, that would be cool, so that they don't think like I'm some kind of psychopath that just stands and looks at nature for the whole stream. All right, I'm gonna put you in my pocket so I could focus. Yeah, see you at 57. All right, friends. Time flies. I know, 5 minutes is quick. Life goes on. If you don't stop and smell for a while, you might miss it. Smell the roses, exactly. Well, friends, thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed your 5 minutes of reflection at the Tamagawa. Tamagawa is like the Tama River in Japanese. We're gonna walk back barefoot. It should be painful, but it was nice finding some holy ground with you. I really like that imagery. It's peaceful. And I'll cross the river, and then, like, my feet are dry enough right now that I could pop on shoes, but that took about 5 minutes, so maybe I just have to be patient after I cross the river before we jump back into this. And today's recovery, so we have time to recover. I didn't step on any thorns or glass. Cheers, man. Appreciate it, Empu. Yeah, if you got anything out of this, let me know, because I like doing this. It's kind of an experiment, bringing people into silence just for 5 minutes. It's not even true silence, at least you get like nature sounds, so it's not like craziness. But I know people come from a wide range of faith contexts. You got your new age folk, got your no age folk. But I figured, hey, let's keep trying this thing on Wednesdays. Who knows, it might be the most celebrated part of our live streams in the year to come. Is we'll get to come out here, rest and reflect, process life. People from certain contexts could like pray for one another if they got things going on. It'd be cool. Ah! I lost the sanctuary of grass. Oh, there's a little bit over here. Yeah, that's pretty neat, actually. Now, from what I understand, after living in Japan for 2 years or so, most took that rock right in the arch. Maybe this will be really good training for my feet. Because I'm actually over here like, am I gonna keep doing this when it gets cold? Like, it's gonna freeze. Am I gonna walk across that thing barefoot on frosty rocks? Lose a toe? Well, not necessarily. If you train up for it, you got good blood circulation, you can endure cold environments. It's actually healthy for you. Just look at like cold plunge people. I'm a cold shower person. But yeah, it'd be cool to keep doing this. The other option, if I'm feeling a little weaker, I could just try to drag a log out here so I don't have to step on pointy rocks. Everyone's like, it was so peaceful, it was quiet for 5 minutes. We were like thinking about life. Some of us are praying, and now you're just making all these pain noises. It's really stressful. I know it is. All right. Woo. Woo. Okay, so just gotta cross the little river, stand on some rocks or sit on a stump for a minute or two. Maybe you'll get some extra nature sounds. 7 people are hanging out here on the river. Cool. Welcome to Japan, everybody. Sorry, it's like the most people I've had on a YouTube live stream at one time. So if you're new here, welcome to Japan. I run long distance, and I wanted to cross this river, but the rocks were covered with water, so I had to take off my shoes. So things have become complicated, as they naturally do in my life. But yeah, for the most part, Japanese people keep their shoes on. Oh, what? They keep their shoes on in most outside circumstances. You know, so like when I was a kid, it was totally common. I'm cold and wet again. It was common for me to like take off my shoes, go run around in the grass outside, and run down the street barefoot. In the US, in the South, we have a special name for that. It's called being a hillbilly, which I really wasn't. So, I was a Yankee, I lived up north. But in Japan, you like never see that. You know, they have a bathhouse culture where you're not wearing shoes in a bathhouse because you're naked. But like what I just did here, I'm curious if it would be celebrated and understood or make people uncomfortable. I got kids to feed in a little bit. Good enough montage music and encouragement. Nothing can stop you. Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, isn't it healthy? It felt really nice. I haven't like had my shoes off in nature in 2 years because Japan is more constrained in that regard. Oh, we still got a nice river view here. Nice little stump. But I think like barefoot training is actually a big deal for some people. Like, I'm wet. How do I dry this? I guess I'll just kind of wipe the water off. I hate wet shoes and wet socks. That's the worst for me. So I'm gonna let nature do its thing, but I'll help it along. So barefoot training is really good for you because shoes kind of destroy, I mean, it depends on the shoe, but they negatively impact, maybe that's a better word, they can negatively impact your natural arch and the way your foot moves on various surfaces. Also, if you wear kind of closed toe shoes, like if you're always wearing dress shoes, for instance, this is more of a guy problem. Women wearing heels have a whole other host of problems. It puts pressure to kind of push your toes forward in an arc, like a triangle, and it actually limits a lot of like your stability, and it can affect your gait. So they actually have things that like can space your toes and reverse that, and you can buy like open toed shoes that have a wider toe box, is what they call it. So those are options that exist to kind of train your feet to be wider and more natural, like when you were a kid, basically, before the confines of society destroyed your feet with shoes designed to be aesthetic but not functional. Modern shoes really limit foot mobility. Yeah, our toes are supposed to spread. Yo, that's what I'm talking about, Empu. So yeah, actually kind of running a mile, taking off my shoes, walking across some rocks and back might be really good recovery training for me. And I'm curious about doing it when the rocks are icy and cold. I'm even curious about doing it when it's like death heat summer and the rocks are hot. I'm like, is this just part of my run training on Wednesday now? I'm curious about it. Or do I like find a way to stay dry and just get it done quick? I think there's something about the pause and the process on these midweek recoveries that I really like. That we're not just out here hitting a 2-mile run to get it in, get done, but we're creating some space to think, recover, and then move forward. All right, the gaps in my toes are almost dry. That's the biggest thing for me. Like, soggy toes are so gross, man. I hate it. That's why I hate running in the rain. It's not because my whole body's wet and it's cold and you have the wind. It is literally just because my feet are wet. Like, as soon as I hit that first puddle, or there's enough rain to finally drip through the roof of the shoe, that's when I'm sad. All right, sock number 1 going on. Shoe number 1 going on. Dry. See, wasn't that worth it? I'm trying to hype myself up about this because it means I have to wake up an extra 10 minutes early in order for us to have kind of this restful walking experience, river crossing experience together. But I'm here for it if you're here for it. We'll see how my resolve fades when the water is 0 degrees Celsius or whatever. Because moving water doesn't necessarily freeze. Sometimes it'll freeze on the surface and still be moving underneath. Depends on how cold it is, right? Japan doesn't really get cold enough for this thing to ice over. At least that's my understanding of it. Maybe it does, but I don't remember it ever not moving. But the edges totally freeze. Ice is sharp. I gotta toughen up my feet if we're gonna get through the winter together. All right, let's get going, friends. We got, I don't know, 0.8 miles. Maybe 10 more minutes. Sounds good. Hopefully you're enjoying today's stream. If you're new here, my name's Joe. Welcome to the frenzy of my world as I learn how to raise almost 4 kids in Japan. We're close. I'm going to take a miniature bio break because I've been provided with a toilet. But don't worry, I won't take you in with me because that's not appropriate. I'll let you look at the sunrise for, I don't know, 22 seconds. See what my personal speed record is. Yeah, I love to walk without shoes on. I often hike without ones, not for long periods of time, but I do like it. Dude, you hike without shoes? That's wild. Japan is such a long country. Maybe, oh, it definitely freezes up in the north. Yeah, you get up to like Hokkaido, they will get multiple feet of snow, so like a meter or so. They have to like clean the roofs off, like climb on the roofs and clean them up so they don't shatter. Give me 22 seconds, I'll be right back. How gozaimasu. Alright. Hi. Hi. Oji-san is my favorite. Very cool, Ray. But Hokkaido gets wicked cold. Like, definitely cold, definitely snow. It's a good time. So there's actually, like, because Japan's also very mountainous, there are tons of ski resorts, snowboarding, all that kind of stuff. So I think there was even a Winter Olympics in Japan once. I think it was at Sochi or Sapporo. Thanks for being here on the run, friends. Hope you enjoyed the nice nature sounds, because we're gonna replace all that with wheezing. Honestly, I don't know what it was. My feet feel amazing. Like, we'll see where things land, but the first oh no, Sochi's in Russia, isn't it? It just sounds Japanese. Is it Japanese? Sochi's in Russia. Probably Sapporo. Yeah, you're right. Gozaimasu. It's so funny. Sorry. Maybe there's Olympics in Sapporo. Maybe I'm 100% wrong. Let's start with that. Skochi or something. But yeah, that I don't know if it's the cold water, walking across uneven surface. My feet feel really well recovered. So this might be part of my routine. As long as I keep training it consistently, as the temperature changes, I should be able to do it with lower risk. We'll see. I think the real test, and we all know this, the real test will be snow. Like, but even freezing water with below freezing temperature, 5 minutes is going to feel like a really long time. Also, in the winter I normally run in leggings, although I could unzip them and hike them up a little bit. They're tight on the bottom though. I'm not sure how high I can actually hike those things up. It's like I got beefy calves. I'm a big man wearing tight pants to stay warm. I like those little bread box cars in Japan. Oh, they're so cute. Oh my god, automotive in Japan is like the greatest thing to look at, because it's so functional. Everything like optimizes space, and everything's lightweight, small. So yeah, the my favorite brand actually is like Daihatsu, D-A-I-H-A-T-S-U. I think that's how you spell it. There's just, you look at them and you're like, that's a Japanese car. Like, without hesitation. You may see influences from other cars, like Scion and Honda. But you look at a Daihatsu and you're like, what the heck is that? It's awesome. We got stairs. Who's excited for stairs? first flight we did today was murder on my hamstrings. But now that we've done our new and improved barefoot protocol, we'll see if my feet can carry us. Yeah, Daihatsu, I think that's how you spell it. If you just search that in car, Google will probably figure it out. I don't even know if they're available outside of Japan. They seem very localized, but you never know. We live in a global world, right? Whew. Hard part with stairs is leaning forward and still keeping your abs under control. When you loosen the abs, your sacrum can start to tilt and put pressure on your spine, spinal cord. Even hills take a little bit of lean. Okay. Oh, I ran up that pretty good though. The secondary hill, second one always catches me. Whew. And I was starting to feel good. I was like, yeah, let's power up these steps. Got to the top, hit a hill. It's like, no, let's walk up this hill. I'm definitely still in the work zone right now from a cardio perspective. Once I clear the stupid red sign, we're in business. But this last little tail, oh, it's hard to push up both. I don't know if this is existing in other countries, but here in Germany we have little barefoot trails with different grounds like rock trees, volcanic rocks to train your feet. What? No, we don't have that. That is very special, Ray. Amazing. Like you actually do foot training in Germany. That's so cool. Get up those stairs. Don't Daihatsu on us. Don't Daihatsu on us. Gambaru, which means like continue striving. Thank you for the encouragement. Appreciate it, Empu. You know, I recorded a 16-week half marathon training program. I've edited a good portion of it, like 10 to 11 weeks. There's still more to do. But knowing that I was building an end-to-end program gave me the accountability. For 3 days, lift, run well, even see, still show up and do what I could do. Even though I was in some ways like talking to the air, right? Because there's no one there yet. Or someone who trains. Having you all on the runs, it is so helpful. Like, it gives me something to focus on. Woo! I appreciate the chat. Whew. Don't die. Keep going. Whew. It's very tempting to walk right now. And it would be okay if I did. I just know I'm capable of what I'm doing right now. And we do have like Wassertray. They're filled with really cool water to jump and improve blood flow. What? On the trail? Like on the trail you have that? Cold water? Like a cold plunge? That's amazing. And jumping in cold water is really, as long as you know what you're doing. And if you can find consistency with it. Japan actually has like a bathhouse culture. Okay, so we're gonna run to the fancy house and then pause just past the Ferrari. I know it's a McLaren. Oh, it's gone. There's normally a sports car in there. But oh no, it's right there. It's sorry, a Maserati. This is a fancy house. I love this house. The curve of it, it's really cool. And the ironwork. But yeah, cold plunges are super good for you. An open swimming pool. Yo, that's amazing. I love that idea. Yeah, and in Japanese onsens, they normally have a series of different hot and sometimes cold baths, and you can rotate between them. And each little bath has like different mineral mixes to be really good for like your skin, your circulation, overall health and well-being. And their cold bath, oh, it's ice. It's savage. I've done them. That's pretty harsh. I don't have a cold plunge at home, so I typically put on a really hot bath, like 43 degrees Celsius. And after I work out, feed the kids, drop them off at school, so about an hour after a workout, I will typically take a cold shower and rinse. It's about 3 minutes. Soak in the bath for like 3 to 5. Go back in the cold shower for 3 minutes. And then get out. How gozaimasu. Make my body warm itself up. How gozaimasu. How gozaimasu. So that's kind of my rhythm. But it's really good for like released dopamine over time. If you guys hop into the Discord, I could post a video after this of like the health benefits of cold showers from like a dopamine perspective. It's really interesting. But friends, we're almost at the finish. Very, very close. Nice walk runs at the end. Happy about it. All right, well, thanks for the encouragement, y'all. It was great chatting. See you around on the next one. I gotta go be a dad. I have to go do